A GP data download has just dropped and we have some brand new cards to cover. There is a lot to go through, trust me. So in yesterday's video, we already know that we have the Dokkan Fest Goku and Dokkan Fest Kid Buu coming. It's dropping on the 28th of December. But also, we are continuing on with the fusion stuff. And of course, we have the information for the Majin Buu Saga EZAs that was announced in the V-Jump, I believe. So that's the Great Saiyaman 2-in-1, Videl and Gohan, as well as the Supreme Kai. Free-to-play cards galore. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on all of these free-to-play cards. So first off, we'll go into the translations of every single card here. It's going to be a lot, so make sure you leave a like on today's video, subscribe, all that good stuff. This was translated kindly by Minato over on Twitter, so thank you very much. First off, Tech Saiyaman 2/1 EZA, first form here. Special pose leader for 77%, and tech leader for 50%. Causes supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 150% now. High chance to evade enemies' attacks. Wow, it was a medium chance before. High chance, I love that upgrade. Plus an additional defense plus 50% when performing a super attack. So now it's really good in the second and third slot. Attacked enemies attack defense minus 20%. Special pose category allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. So it hasn't changed too much, but it's enough of an upgrade. It's essentially an attack and defense bonus, pretty much, because the lowering attack hasn't changed, and I believe the special pose support has been exactly the same, other than, I think, now they provide 3 key. So pretty good there. The exchange skill here can be activated when facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or more, starting from the 3rd turn onwards. I don't know if that has changed, or if that is exactly the same, because I never use it at all. But let's see if the exchange is now worth it here. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, and supreme damage to the enemy. Attack and defense plus 158%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 58% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack plus 10%, and chance to perform a critical hit plus 5% for each special pose category ally on the team. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it at all. Even though they get the extra 58% attack and defense after super, I'd rather just have the support, especially on a special pose team, and the lowering attack. I think it's just so much better anyway. So, unfortunate for the Gohan. No exchange for me, I'd say. But I would have to have a look once I do actually use them. Of course, I'm going to showcase every single free-to-play card that comes out on Dokkan. If you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on. Now, we have the Tech Supreme Kai EZA to look forward to. One of my most excited cards, because it's a Realm of Gods buff, and free-to-play doesn't get that too often. So, Realm of God leader, 77%. Pretty understandable. Tech leader, 50%. So, now he's the best Realm of Gods free-to-play leader. Supreme damage and raises superclass allies' defense by 30% for 1 turn. So, that's very good, obviously, in the first slot. And, of course, that raises his own defense as well. Key plus 1. Attack and defense plus 30% for each Realm of Gods category ally on the team. So now that is a 210% attack and defense, which is huge, of course, especially with EZA stats. Superclass allies, key plus 1, and attack defense plus 20%. Okay, so now he's at all type support, which is huge, and guards all attacks as the first attacker in the turn. Now, unfortunately, that means he only activates it after he attacks, but it's still good regardless. Especially if he's like 210% attack and defense is solid enough to at least take normal attacks. We'll see. I think that's a really good upgrade, to say the very least. So I'm glad that is a thing. Now we'll look at Gohan and Videl, the Int cards. EZA, Majin Buu Saga leader for 77% stat boost. Int types, 3 key, 50% stat boost. Raise attack for 9 turns and causes supreme damage to the enemy. So that's a long stack. Attack and defense plus 158%, and it looks like they do not minus any attack. Dokkan knows me so well. Plus an additional defense plus 20%, up to 58% with each attack performed, which is huge. High chance to perform up to 2 additional attacks with a great chance. Yeah, this card is awesome. This card is really, really good. I can't wait to use them. I cannot wait to use them. So those were the Majin Buu Saga EZAs, but we still have the EZAs for the fusion characters. I honestly didn't think that they were going to EZA. So I'm glad that they did, because obviously if you see my showcases on them, I was not really happy with them. So, physical Techa, I actually wonder why it took them this long to release it, because now I don't need them, because I actually needed them when I needed to beat the EZAs for the fusions and the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff. It's very weird. It's very weird. Anyway, the crossover leader, 77%. Physical types, 50% for the leader skill. Raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers the defense. Attack and defense plus 150%. Plus additional attack and defense plus 50% when there's another crossover category ally attacking in the same turn. Crossover category allies attack and defense plus 25%. So now it is a guaranteed crossover category support. That's good. And he still gets the high chance of key plus 2 in attack and defense. So he can be a 50% crossover support 50% of the time, which is actually really insane. And of course, getting 200% attack and defense is really, really good. So a really nice upgrade there. Of course, my final verdict will be when I get to use them at 100% and everything like that. Physical Techa, attack and defense plus 20% for each key sphere obtained, which makes him on par with Candy Vegito. So not better than Candy Vegito, unfortunately, in terms of free-to-play nuking leaders, but still a good alternative if you don't have one of those 33% leaders. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and lowers attack. So this is actually really good with his additional super attack proc. He now gets attack and defense plus 180%, an additional attack plus 80% when performing a super attack, and perform an additional attack that has a medium chance of performing a super attack when HP is 80% or below. Key plus 6 plus an additional attack plus 80%, and high chance to perform a critical hit when HP is 80% or below once only. So, as you can see, he gets a massive amount of attack here, especially if he drops underneath the 80%. It sucks that the once only is a high chance to perform a critical hit. Always sucks for that because, you know, if you're going to activate something for once only, you'd hope it would be guaranteed. But yeah, just the numbers boost with Techa as well. For Pinich, hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good because I think he's going to be the most useless one. So same leaders as the Techa, but an AGL leader. Raises attack for 1 turn. No raise defense, unfortunately, which is, I'd say, one of the more important things here. 3 key, attack and defense plus 150%, plus an additional 120% attack when performing a super attack. Performs an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack. So, very interesting. He has the built-in additional super attack, so maybe I might want to change the hidden potential system. And, of course, he can get a lot of attack boost when performing a super attack. Now we're moving on to the remaining fusion cards that didn't get an awakening. Starting off with the God Physical Chow Man here. He's now a physical leader for 3 key and 80%. Supreme damage to all enemies while sacrificing 10% HP. Attack plus 80%, defense plus 160%, plus an additional attack plus 60% when performing a super attack. When HP is 80% or below, key plus 8 and attack plus 200%. Either way, I don't think anyone's still going to be using him unless it's for jokes. But maybe he might be an option for you guys if you want to use him for the World Tournament. And now I wonder if they're just going to throw in an EZA like a month down the line. Who knows? Or maybe just keep him at the TUR until maybe next year. That would be the most sensible thing, for sure. The Tech Janemboos Awakening is a tech leader for 3 key and 80%, raises defense, causes supreme damage, and lowers the enemy's defense. Attack and defense plus 100%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 30% with each extreme class allies attacking in the same turn, excluding self. Medium chance to evade enemies' attack, and attack to enemies minus 30%, which is actually very solid for sure. And the raised defense is an infinite stack. So, very good for long events. Now, for physical Wearis, I wonder how they're going to change him. He changes tech and int key spheres to physical key spheres, attack and defense plus 120%, medium chance to evade enemy super attacks when collecting 5 or more key spheres, attack and defense plus 50% when attacking when collecting 7 or more key spheres. So, he didn't get any more orbs to change, unfortunately. But at least he can be somewhat decent in, you know, Super Battle Road, Realm of God Super Battle Road, or something like that. If you don't have necessary cards needed for the Realm of Gods category. In Selza, He is an in-type leader for 80%, greatly lowers defense, attack and defense plus 100%, recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50% when performing a super attack when HP is 50% or above. So yeah, they're just making them at least runnable in whatever categories and stuff like that that they can have. And then we have Str Kulesa here, which I hope is really good because out of all of them, I feel like he's going to be used more than the others, and Techa Janemboos for sure. So he infinitely raises attack and defense for himself and causes supreme damage to the enemy, which is already good. And he gets an attack and defense plus 100% on his passive skill when performing a super attack, medium chance to perform an additional super attack, chance to perform a critical hit plus 10% up to 30% for each super attack performed. So I think that is for the rest of the battle and not just for the turn. Now, the one issue that I see here is that he only gets his attack and defense plus 100% when performing a super attack, which means when you do raise attack and defense, it's not going to be a significant increase when it comes to just seeing the stats at the start of the battle, at the start of the turn. So you will only see initially that really big attack and defense increase when you super attack. And so that means he's probably not going to be a good stacking unit for the first slot, but for the second and third slot, I think he should be fairly usable. But that's going to wrap up all of the new cards translations. If you want to see the translations for the Dokkan Fest Kid Buu and Dokkan Fest Goku, check out my previous video where I went through the news. But now let's get into the other remaining stuff. First off, there is going to be a new support memory that is coming from the new DB Stories event. Goku becomes a child, 170 blue reels, so it must be really good. There's been very few memories that cost 170. For 2 turns from the start of the battle, attack and defense minus 5% for all enemies. If there is an enemy in the Goku family category, attack and defense minus 5% furthermore for all enemies. So, minus 10% attack and defense. Do you guys think it's worth 170 blue reels? Me, I don't think so. But, I mean, if for Super Battle, it could be very handy for sure. Like I said, it's going to come from the Dragon Ball Stories event, which is going to revamp the Dragon Ball GT Black Star DB Saga story mode. I don't think anything new has changed, other than the fact that it's just going to be permanent. So that means you can get the blue reels at any point in time if you're a new player, as well as the apples, which can be very handy for newer players. You can purchase Elder Kais and stuff like that. And of course, get the medals to Dokkan Awaken these characters at any point in time. Unfortunate that they didn't update this GT Goku and the Rildo, which sucks. Maybe they will in the future. Who knows? I mean, I don't even know when these guys release. Who knows? Could be... At this point, I have no idea what Dokkan's thinking, because it took them this long for the fusion characters to EZA. But in order to obtain the memories for the new Goku memory, you have to do certain missions in order to complete, in order to obtain it. So, you just have to clear stage 1 of the event on Z-Hard. Essentially, all you have to do is complete the new Dragon Ball Stories event with certain teams. So, I'll go through them really quickly, because obviously this is a JP thing, so you need these translations for sure. Z-Hard, Master Student Bond category characters on your team, at least 1. Stage 2, Z-Hard, Space Traveling Warriors, at least 3 on your team. Stage 3, Z-Hard, 4 Space Traveling Warriors. Stage 4, Dragon Ball Seekers, at least 1. Stage 5, 1 character at least possessing the Link Skill GT, which is easy. Stage 6, Z-Hard, 2 Goku's family category allies on the team. Stage 7, at least 1 character possessing the Link Skill Mechanical Menaces, which I believe the free-to-play Ruler has it, if I'm not too mistaken. So if you need if you don't have a card with Mechanical Menaces, make sure you farm the STR Rildo. Stage 8, GT Heroes category ally, at least 1 on the team. Stage 9, Z-Hard, GT Heroes, at least 1 on the team. And then finally, Stage 10, at least 4 Space Traveling Warriors category allies on the team. And of course, you get Dragon Stones for completing the event and getting the memory. We also have other missions. Of course, there's going to be new Extreme Z area missions where you have to EZA the new cards. We'll get an extra reel for completing Stage 54, of course. Then we have EZA missions where if you perform an EZA, I believe for anybody now, you get free Hercule statues, which is great. Essentially, you are going to Easy A for free for any of the free-to-play characters that need to Easy A. And of course, there's going to be the Extreme Z area for DB Fusions missions, the same thing as the Majin Buu Saga one. You complete it a certain amount of times, and you get, Hercule statues and Dragonstone. Not really worth it, obviously. And now the big missions is the New Year's missions. Of course, we still have the Dragon Ores to collect. It's the same requirements. Complete any of the quests and stuff like that a certain amount of times, as well as do the Roshi event. There's a lot of missions, so I'm going to scroll very slowly for you guys, just because I don't really want to talk about it too much here. Don't want to make this video any longer. A new item is going to appear. So we'll be getting this Jackie Chan statue, which obviously will sell for Zenny. It will sell for 20.2 million Zenny, which is a crazy amount, by the way. That's almost a full Easy A, essentially. So, by getting those, you just complete these missions here. Clear the game by earning 2022 or more Zenny on a stage. Clear the game, pretty much clear the stage by getting 10 or more Rainbow Orbs. Do 202,000 damage per attack, which is very easy these days. Maybe not so easy back in Dokkan first year anniversary. Win any Extreme Z battle 3 times. You should be able to do this just naturally playing the game. So, link level 5 times. You'll be able to get meats as well for link leveling and clear any stage using only super attacks, which is good. Support memories 3 times. Clear any stage 10 times for more of the statues. And then once you clear it all, you get 5 Dragon Stones and a extra Jackie Chan statue. And then finally, we are going to look at the new category that will be introduced with the Goku and the Kid Buu, being the Fate-Induced Battle. Actually, a very good category. As you can see, there's very, very big amounts of choices. I don't know exactly what the category, description is, but I think it's just every major fight in the series. I don't really know too much. But as you can see, there's a mix of extreme units in here for Kid Buu to have to actually be runnable as a leader, and then a bunch of super units, of course. Kid Buu's as well. As you can see, there's a lot of good characters in here, especially at the top, of course. Of course, when you see the top 5 LRs in the game in one category, you kind of know it's a pretty decent category for sure. But anyway, thank you guys for watching all the way through of this big news video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, check out my previous video where I go through the Future Saga Extreme Super Battle Road with a free-to-play team. Check out my social medias, linked in the description. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.